What's up, guys? It's Mike Frank with Berkshire Hathaway, Frank Oliver and Company, coming to you today to talk a little bit about what you need to do to prepare for settlement. So you're buying or selling a home, and you want to understand what happens the day of settlement and what's going on. Before we go down that road, we're going to talk a little bit about our home buyer event coming up on August 18th, Thursday, next week. 6:30 at Bar Cocina in Fells Point. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to that Eventbrite link. We'll get you more content. You can always reach out to me directly or any one of your agents. But what should you do to prepare for settlement? Well, the first big one, if you're buying the house as a couple or as a partnership or as some other entity, you want to understand the type of tenancy that you're taking. That's going to be the early stages of the title process, what they're going to be getting ready to do to get your home under your name. We could take tenancy as tenants in common, joint tenants, tenants for survivorship, severability. There's all kinds of different ownership, right? And we want to make sure that we have that out of the way long before settlement day comes. Now, the day of closing, you're going to need a couple things. First, it's no surprise, you're going to need your funds for closing. You're going to need to bring the cash, the money that you're putting down payment to the house or closing costs, other expenses that are going to go in with the purchase of this home. You're also going to need to have a verified homeowner's insurance policy. All of these things are going to be in alignment the week before settlement. Your homeowner's insurance, if you haven't already, reach out to Jeff Bisker with Goosehead. Jeff is awesome. He just saved one of our clients over $300 a year on their very first homeowner's insurance policy. Now, beyond that, we're really getting close to the day of settlement. We're really getting into the thick of the day of settlement. And what does that look like? Well, your real estate agent should schedule a final walkthrough for you. It should be not before 5 days prior to settlement, maybe even the morning of settlement. The seller's in the process of moving out. You're going to be walking through. You want to see the property for what it was at the time that you made the offer. That final walkthrough is really important to verify that any kind of improvements or changes have been made for you as the buyer and make sure that seller's done their portion of this transfer prior to showing up for settlement. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do right before settlement, you're going to want to make sure you transfer utilities, cable, any kind of issues. We don't transfer water, but if you do have to transfer water, make sure you transfer your water bill into your name so there's no shortage, no stoppage of your utility service. The day of settlement, the morning of settlement, the afternoon of settlement, what you're going to do is you're going to show up to a real estate office like ourselves, a title office where you're going to be settling, or maybe you're settling at a local coffee shop. Anything is fine as long as you have a title officer there with you. You're going to need to provide a couple things. You're going to need to provide your ID. You're going to need to bring a checkbook. If there is an overage, you want to give them a check, a small amount. And if there's a shortage, other way around. If there's an overage, you're going to want to give them a check so that they can issue you a wire back to your bank. If there's a shortage, you want to give them the small amount that it might have been short. A couple $100s is very, very common for today's kind of settlement. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to leave with the keys, right? This is now your home. You want to make sure that you have access to it. Any kind of garage door openers, any kind of key, or any kind of access for a shed or anything else, you want to make sure that you walk away with those things. This is now your opportunity to go and check out your brand new home. And if you're the seller, well, hey, we need those things. So don't forget, you should be moving out day of settlement. You should be making sure you have keys and access, and you should be bringing a check for your proceeds money so that the title company can provide you a wire to your direct bank. Now, if you guys have more questions, we have a lot more going on. We're going to be talking about this in our podcast today. Always reach out. The link is going to be below, but you can always reach out, PM, DM, or subscribe to the link below if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for weekly content. Also, check out our social media pages. The links are in the description below. See you next week.